Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got game 2 of this Oakland A's New York Yankees series in New York. Leading off for the A's, playing left field, Henderson. Batting second, playing short, is Tejada. Batting third, playing first, is Giambi. Batting fourth, playing center field, is Jackson. Batting fifth, playing right field, is Canseco. Batting sixth, playing third base, is Bando. Batting seventh, playing second base, is Lumpy. Batting eighth on the catching is Steinbach. And on the mound, batting ninth is ZITO. And now the hometown New York Yankees, leading off, playing shortstop, is Jeter. Batting second, playing first, is Mattingly. Batting third, playing left field, is Judge. Batting fourth, playing center field, is Mantle. Batting fifth, playing right field, is Maris. Batting sixth, doing the catching, is Howard. Batting seventh, playing second base, is Soriano. Batting eighth, playing third base, is Boyer. And batting ninth and on the mound for the Yankees is Terry. Let's get down here and get this game started in Yankee Stadium. And to lead it off here for the A's is Ricky Henderson, batting 143 with no homers and an RBI. Ralph Terry making his second appearance. He's 1-0 with a 2.25 ERA. Here's the pitch to Ricky. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mick. And that'll be out number one. One up and one down here in the top of the first. And Tejada's up now. Miguel looking for his first hit of the year. He's 0 for 19. And that's going to be 0 for 20 as that's another fly ball out to Mickey. Two fly balls to center, 2 outs here in the top of the first. And Jason Giambi comes to the plate, batting .269 with 4 homers and 10 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball. This one out to Judge. A 1-2-3 top of the first. Oakland nothing. Yankees coming to the plate. You'll have Jeter, Mattingly, and Judge. Derek batting .314. He's got a homer and 5 RBIs. And Barry Zito making his second appearance. He's 0-1 with a 6.43 ERA. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Jeter's aboard here with the leadoff single. That brings up Mattingly now. And Mattingly batting .500 on the year with no homers and 2 RBIs. And they're going to do a little hit and run here. And that's going to be a 29. Let's see here on a hit and run. 45 and a 1. Probably be fielding column 3. And out at first, runner will get down to second. Up balls hit the Barry. His only plays over there. Keeps him out of the double play. Jeter gets in scoring position for Aaron Judge. And all rise. The Judge is batting .310 with 3 homers and 11 RBI. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Judge out. That'll be out number 2. It's up to Mantle here. Drive in the run. Mantle batting .240. He's got 2 homers and 9 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Mick out also. That'll end the inning as Jeter gets stranded at second. To the top of the second we go. Jackson, Canseco, and Bando due up. Oakland has one more game here in New York. And they travel to Boston for 3 games and then head back home to take on Kansas City. Reggie batting .133. He's got 2 homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Maris. He catches it for out number 1. And Jose Canseco's up now. Batting .250. He's got no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be against the righty. 17 and a 9, and that is going to be a base hit, an infield hit by Canseco. And he's down at first with a 1 out. And Sal Bando comes to the plate. And Sal, he's off to a slow start. He is 1 for 13 with an .077 average, no homers and 2 RBIs. And that's going to be it's a 17. And that is going to be another base hit. That one's going to be into. And the left field, Bando hits it. And the runner will stop at second. So first and second. 2 1-out hits here. Terry's in a little bit of a pickle. He'd like a ground ball double play by Lumpy. What he would like. Lumpy's batting a .188 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. 64 and a 5. 64. That's going to be fielding column 3. Safe at first. Runner out at second. That's batter at first. That's batter. Nope. So that's just going to be a 1-6 as Lumpy. 3-6 rather. Right? 3-6. So Lumpy gets down to first. And now it's first and third. They can't get the double play. And that brings up Steinbeck. Terry batting 143 on the year with 1 homer and 3 RBIs. And that'll be a ground ball down to Soriano. He's up with it, fires over the first. And the A strand 2. It's still 0-0 as we go to the bottom of the second. You got Maris, Howard, and Soriano due up. Roger batting .212 with 5 homers and 13 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Canseco for out number 1. And Elston Howard comes to the plate. Howard batting .333, no homers and no RBIs. And that's going to be a rare play, a 36 and a 65. And that's going to be a ball 1. So here's the 1-0 count to Howard. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Comes back to strike Howard out. That's Barry's 3rd strikeout of the game. Here comes Boyer. Here comes Soriano up now. Sorry about that. Where's Soriano at? There he is. Soriano comes to the plate batting .308 with no homers and 1 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Canseco. And that's quickly 2 outs here in the second. And it's up to Clint Boyer to do something. And Clint is struggling big time. That was the 3rd out. Sorry. That was the 3rd out. We got ZITO due up, followed by Henderson and Tejada. Barry looking for his first base hit of the year. You see the Yankees upcoming schedule. 1 more game against Oakland. And then Angels come to town for only 1 game. Then the Yankees go on the road and take on Detroit. And here's the pitch to Barry. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Judge. He makes the catch for out number 1. To the top of the order in Henderson. And Ricky flew out to Mick his first time up, 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base on balls. And you don't want to do that because you know what's going to happen here. Henderson's going to take off. That'll be a 5, a 28. And Ricky's not going to waste no time. A 28, 54 lower. He's safe. And they throw him out. Howard throws down the second. Soriano applies the tag, and Ricky Henderson can't believe it. He's arguing that he made it, but the ump ain't buying it. And that is 2 down now. Ricky gets thrown out of the stealing by Howard. And Tejada's up now. He's 0 for 1. Flew out to Mick his first time up. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Terry strikes him out. Now to win the inning, we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Still no score. Now you got Boyer, Terry, and Jeter due up. Like I was saying earlier, Clint Boyer struggling. 0 for 12. Both Yankee third basemen have yet to get a hit. Let's check this out here. Well, we won't check it out. Just take my word for it. Nettles is 0 for 17. They are a combined 0 for 29. And like I say, Boyer's 0 for 12. He doesn't have any RBIs either. Here's the pitch to Boyer. Can he get off the snide here? Nope, that's going to be a ground ball down to Giambi. He'll take it himself for out number 1. And Terry comes to the plate now. And Terry's 0 for 3. He's looking for his first base hit of the year. Can Ralph get something going here with 1 out? And that's going to be a ground ball down to Tejada. Over to Giambi, 2 quick outs. And Derek Jeter's up to bat now, and he singled. Start this game off with a base hit. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. His counterpart, Tejada, makes the play for out number 3. To the top of the 4th we go. You got Giambi due up here, followed by Jackson and Canseco. So 3, 4, 5 hitters. Jason flew out the left. He's 0 for 1. And that's going to be a base on balls. Terry walks Giambi. Brings up Reggie now with a runner on first, nobody out. And Jackson flew out to Maris his first time up. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Reggie out for out number 1. Terry's second strikeout of the game. Brings up Canseco. He's 1 for 1, singled in the second. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. A 7 and a 24. It might not be a ground ball. Might be a pop-up down the third. 24 and a 7. And that'll be fielding column 1. And S batter. Double play. Nope, that won't be a double play. They'll get the runner out at second. That'll be a 4-6 put out, but Canseco beats the throw down the second. Now there's 2 down and Bando's up. Sal, he singled back in the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out the Mick. And that'll end the inning. A strand 1. The bottom of the 4th we go. It's still nothing. And we got Mattingly, Judge, and Mantle up here. Mattingly's 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Sal. He fires over to Jason. That'll be, I didn't want that shortstop. Redo that. It's supposed to be hit down the Sal. That'll be a ground ball down there. You see the team comparisons. Oakland with 86 strikeouts, 38 walks, 19 doubles, and a triple. The Yankees, 71 strikeouts, 66 walks, 27 doubles, and 3 triples. And now Aaron's up. He's 0 for 1, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be another ground ball down the Sal. Might want to hit it somewhere else if you're Mickey Mantle here. Mick's 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Mick strikes out again. And that is the end of the inning. Still no score as we go to the 5th. And we got the bottom third of the order due up. Lumpy, Steinbeck, and ZITO. And Jerry's 0 for 1. Reached on a grounding into a 4th play. And not this time. He squares this one up against Ralph. And that's going to be a double in the right field. So, lead off double for Lumpy. And the go-ahead runs down at second. See if Terry can get out of this mess. And Terry Steinbeck, 0 for 1, grounded out his first time up. And that's going to be a base on balls. Now you got first and second and nobody out, and ZITO's going to try to bunt them both over. Get them at second and third with nobody out. So first and second, ZITO 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a 25 down the second, a 43 and a 7. That'll be fielding column 2 on a 25. And that's going to be a double play bunted flat pop up to the pitcher, and he doubles the runner off at second. So let's see here. Let's see here with this bunt. Double play bunt. Bunts. What's the new pop-up ones? Where are they at here? Sorry about this, folks. I'm trying to remember how to do this new pop-up for the bunts. I can't find it here. Okay. We got a double play bunt. Ain't that awful? Okay, we'll just do it the old way, I guess. Sorry about that. We'll just do an SH1 and double play. Runner on second. See if that works. Yep, that works. Sorry about that. Took a little bit there, but we got her. Now there's 2 outs and a runner at first. See if Terry can get out of this with nobody scoring. Ricky Henderson up, and Henderson's 0 for 1. He did walk and got caught stealing back in the third. And that's going to be a fly ball out to, nope, that's going to be a hit by pitch. He hits Ricky. It might be the only time where it makes sense to hit Ricky with a runner on like Steinbeck at first. So that's a hit by pitch. But that puts the go-ahead run there in second. And now Tejada's up. So still first and second. And how big was that double play now? First and second and 2 outs. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that's going to be ground ball down the second. And he'll go to short way over to short. Jeter touches the bag. 4-6 put out, and that ends the inning. And the A's strand 2 more. It's still a 0-0 game. You got Maris, Howard, and Soriano due up. Roger flew out to his counterpart in right his first time up. And that's going to be a pop up down the second for out number 1. And Elston Howard comes to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Barry struck him out his first time up. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Howard strikes out for the second time in this game. 2 down now. And can Fonzie do something? He's 0 for 1. He flew out to Seiko. That'll be a hit by pitch. And that might be a little retaliation, folks. 2 outs, and he hits Soriano. Boyer's coming up. And Boyer finally get his first hit of the year, folks. He's 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a base on balls. He walks Boyer. So maybe he didn't hit Soriano on purpose. He might just be losing control here. And the worst part is that gets the pitcher out of the way, at the very least. At the top of the order, starting the 6th, at least. See if Terry can help himself, though. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Ricky. And that'll end the inning. The Yankees strand 2. To the top of the 6th we go. In a 0-0 game, you got Giambi, Jackson, and Canseco, the 3, 4, 5 hitters due up here. Jason's 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be another base on balls. So Terry walks him, puts the go-ahead run at first. And Reggie Jackson comes to the plate. He's 0 for 2. Blown out and struck out. And that's going to be a 2 balls and no strike to count to Jackson. Terry can't find the strike zone. And that's going to be against the righty, a 12 and a 9. And that's going to be a fly ball out to right field. Roger Maris on his horse makes the catch. Takes a hit away from Reggie. There's 1 down here. Now a ground ball can get Terry out of this mess again. Canseco's 1 for 2, singled back in the 2nd. And that's going to be against the righty, a 17 and a 10. And that's going to be a single in the center field. And Giambi is not going to test Mick's arm. He's going to stop at 2nd. So now you got 1st and 2nd and 1 out for Bando. Can Terry get out of this? Sal's 1 for 2. He's singled back in the 2nd. And nope, he's not going to get out of this. Sal squares it up, folks. And that ball is hit into right field. Sorry, that'll be hit in the left field. And again, Jason's not going nowhere, so bases will be loaded. Jason, with the speed, can't score on the cannon out there by Judge, so bases are full. Jerry Lumpy's up. They're going to play back for the double play. Jerry's 1 for 2. He's grounded out into a force play and doubled in the last time up. And that's going to be against 16. And that is going to be a base hit in the right field. And that'll score Jason. Let's see if that'll score 2 here. 38. And Seiko's got good speed. 38 minus a 36 plus an 18. And you got Steinbeck due up. He's going to stop at 3rd. So it's going to be a RBI single. And now Terry Steinbeck's up. Base is still full. Terry's 0 for 1. He has walked and grounded out. And that is not what the Yankees wanted, as Terry Steinbeck squares this one up, folks. See where this ends up at. And that's going to be a double in the left field. And see if Lumpy can score here. It'll be a 42. That's a 36. An 18, that's a 50-50 chance, and the pitcher's due up here. They're going to send him. And that's going to be a 36. 36 or lower, he's safe. And they throw him out. So that's going to be a 2 RBI double. And the runner's going to get thrown out at the plate. And now you got a runner down at 2nd and 2 outs. But it is now a 3-0 A's lead here in the top of the 6th. And ZITO's up with a runner down at second. Barry is 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be a infield 8, 13, 22, 24, 36. That'll be fielding column 1. That's going to be popped up down the left field in the foul territory. And Jeter will make the catch. And that'll end the inning. But the A's score 3, take a 3-0 lead into the bottom of the third. You got the top of the order due up here for the Yankees. Jeter, Mattingly, and Judge. See if they can get the ZITO and get back in this game. Jeter's 1 for 2. He singled in the first. And now he's going to square this one up here, folks. Jeter having the only hit of the game. Now he'll have the second hit of the game. That's a double in the right field. So Derek Jeter's the only one that's gotten a hit off of Barry. Both hits have been from Derek Jeter. He's standing down at second and nobody out. Don Mattingly comes to the plate, grounded out twice to 0 for 2. And not this time, folks. That ball is hammered. And that ball is hit into left field. And that'll score Jeter. That's a double by Mattingly. And just like that, the Yankees cut the lead to 2. Now Aaron Judge is up. And Aaron is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field. And a 65, and Ricky is not going to do well out there. That's a first on air. The runner's going to score. That's an E7. The runner on second's going to score. And just like that, it's now a 1-run game and mix up. Still nobody out and a runner down at first. And Mickey's 0 for 2. He has struck out both times. And that's going to be another swing and a miss. Mick strikes out for the 3rd time today, folks. He gets the hat trick here. Now there's 1 out. And Rogers up. He's 0 for 2. Popped up and flown out. And that's going to be against the lefty. A 22 and a 7. 22 and a 9. And that's going to be a base hit. Infield hit by Roger Maris. And Rogers now at first, Judge at second, and Howard's up, and the tying runs down at second base. They're going to go out and talk to Barry. A 3-0 lead, and now it's almost gone. And Elston Howard is 0 for 2. He has struck out twice against Barry. And not this time, folks. Not this time against the lefty. That'll be an 8. And that's going to be a homer. Kiss it goodbye. Elston Howard jacks one over the left field fence down there at the 314 mark. And that just gives the Yankees a 5-3 lead. Elston Howard comes through. And just like that, Barry is giving up the lead. And now he's got Soriano up. He is 0 for 1. He has flown out and been hit by a pitch. That's going to be a swing and a miss. Barry bounces back from the homer. Gets out number 2. Let's see if Boyer can do something. He's 0 for 1. He did walk his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Tejada. He fires over to first. And that'll end the inning. But the Yankees score 5, 3 of them on the Howard homer, and take a 5-3 lead into the top of the 7th. Harry's due up in the bottom of the 7th. Let's see if he can get through this inning. Oakland 2-5. Yeah, a little late night baseball is right, Ken. Oakland is 2-5, batting 179 with a 270 on base percentage, 362 slugging, and a 632 OPS. The Yankees batting 226. A 333 on base percentage, slugging 395 with an OPS of 728. And we got Henderson up now. And then Tejada and Giambi, the top of the order, due up here. Ricky 0 for 1. He did walk and then been hit by a pitch. And they unbelievable. They threw him out trying to steal. That'll be a base on balls. Let's see if Ricky can make it this time. Again, that'll be a 28. Let's see. Nope, he's not going to steal this time. Ricky's going to stay put. Tejada's up. And that's going to be 2 balls and no strikes on Tejada. As all of a sudden now, Terry can't find the strike zone. That's going to be a ground ball down the third. And the only play that Boyer's got is over to first. He fires over to Manley. Ricky gets in the scoring position for Jason. Now there's 1 out. Jason's 0 for 1. He has walked twice, both times. His last 2 times up, a 53 and a 5. That'll be a fielding column 2. And out at first. Nope, that's going to be a swing and a miss. He strikes Jason out for out number 2 as Paul joins us here. Check out Paul's channel. Early morning. Yeah, it is early morning for you, isn't it? And now you got Reggie up. Reggie's 0 for 3. He's flown out twice to Roger and struck out. And that's going to be a wild pitch. Ricky's going to get down the third. But now the 1-0 pitch to Jackson. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. Terry bounces back, strikes Reggie out. And that'll end the 7th. Top of the 7th, we go to the 7th inning stretch, 5-3 New York. Going to have a pitch hitter here for Rao. He goes 7 innings, gives up 7 hits and 3 runs. See who's going to come out of the dugout here against the lefty. And Bobby Mercer is going to come off the bench. See if Bobby can get something started here. Anybody that's watched the channel knows how I love Bobby Mercer. He's right up there with the Mick. Oh, thank you, Paul. I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate it. And Mercer is 0 for 3, looking for his first hit of the year. Can Bobby come through here? Not this time. That's a slow grounder down the second. Lumpy's up with it. Fires over the first for out number 1. We're back to the top of the order, and Derek Jeter is having a fine game here. He's 2 for 3. He's singled and doubled. He doubled his last time up. And that's going to be a rare play. 39 and 34. And that's going to be a foul ball. Strike 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Jeter. And that's going to be a slow roller down the south. He's up with it. Fires over to first for out number 2. And now brings up Donnie Baseball. He's 1 for 3 with an RBI double his last time up. And that's high. That's far. And that is going. Kiss it goodbye. Manley with a homer over Canseco's head. And that gives the Yankees a 3-run lead. It's 6-3 now. And they're just powering their way past these guys, folks. And Judge is up. He is 0 for 3. He has struck out, grounded out. He did reach on an error in the 6th and came around to score in that 5-run inning. And that's back-to-back jacks. And that ball's hit out there in the center field bleachers out there, folks. Aaron lit that one up, and ZITO all of a sudden's getting crushed. Mick better watch and see if he don't get one in the ear here. See if Mick can go back-to-back jacks. Mickey's 0 for 3. He struck out all 3 times. And guess what? He gets the golden sombrero as Beery just strikes him out for the 4th time. I thought Mick was figuring things out, but that's a piss poor game by Mick. But the Yankees scored twice on back-to-back homers. And we go to the top of the 8th in a 7-3 game. You got the righties coming up and then a lefty. Are they going to give the Goose another shot here? They're going to give the Goose another shot here. If you watch the first game, it wasn't pretty. They're going to show Goose they got some confidence in him. It's early in the year here. See if the Goose can get through this 8th inning. That's all they want. Then they'll probably bring in the lefty, Luis. But Goose is going to come in and he's got 2 righties and then a lefty due up. See if the Goose can straighten things out. Yeah, I agree, Ken. Like to say, I don't think it's advertisement when they call it the master game and say that you should be a master at the basic game before you touch the master game. So here comes the Goose. And hopefully the Goose is on the loose here and has got stuff figured out because he got lit up in game 1. And it's a 7-3 game. It'll be a shorter leash, that's for sure. And that's awesome, Paul, that you got should be a week. Like I say, you hear a lot of complaints about Appa, but I can tell you, as far as me buying stuff and getting it, I've gotten it within a week. And I'm in Maryland, and they're in Georgia now. Yeah, I just don't want you getting mad and thinking the game's not that great, Paul. That's all. Like I say, I think you'll love it, and you might pick up real quick. But it's nice to know that a 24 is a ground ball to short, 25 is a ground ball to second. Things like that when you're doing the master game, it speeds things up for you. Yeah, like I say, I've n- I I'm by no means say it's a perfect company. I don't understand why they don't do sales and things like that. But as far as getting the game to me and all, I brag them up all the time because people cut up on them so bad. So when I order something, I put it on Facebook or on the channel what day I ordered it and then let you know what day I got it. Like I say, I've gotten it within 7 days. Now I don't use United States Postal. I use UPS, but it's amazing. I get it in quick time. So here's the Goose. The Goose is his 4th appearance. He's 1-0. He's got that lofty 18 ERA after giving up 4 runs in game number 1 against the A's and not getting an out. Yeah, it's awesome, Paul. I mean, I enjoy the hell out of it. I'll be honest, when Ken and Clinton talked me into going back and playing the master game, I hadn't played it in like 15 or 20 years. I figured I'd play the 1978 season with the Yankees and Braves with it and go back to the basic. But I'll probably never play the basic again unless I just want to do something real quick and play games within a half an hour. But again, I'm playing games now, Paul, with broadcasting with the master game in 45, 50 minutes if it's not a slugfest or extra inning game. So it only adds a few minutes, and that's me bullshitting and doing the commentating. So here's the pitch to Jose. And that's going to be a swing and a miss. So the Goose is starting off a lot better than what he did the last game. That's 1 down. And now Sal Bando's up. Sal's having a good day. He's 2 for 3, 2 singles, and he's came around to score his last time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Jeter. He fires over to first, and there's 2 outs here. Oh, plus some Japanese teams. Cool. Yep, that's cool as hell. And here is Jerry Lumpy. He is 2 for 3. He has a double and an RBI single his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. So the Goose gets them in order 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom of the ninth. And it is a 7-3 ball game. You got Maris due up here. And I think that's going to be it for Barry. Let's see when he's due up. And they're going to do a double switch here. And Ellis is going to come in the game for Lumpy. He's going to bat in the 9 spot. And see who's going to come out of the bullpen. ZITO goes 8 innings. Goes 7 innings after giving up those runs in the 7th. Back-to-back jacks. See who's going to come out of the bullpen here. And it's going to be Raleigh Fingers. Fingers is going to come out of the pen here. So Fingers is going to come out of the pen. He'll bat in Lumpy's spot in the 7 hole. And Mark Ellis will come in and play second and bat in the 9 spot. As you can see, I like doing double switches and stuff. That's one reason I don't like the stinking DH. And again, it gives you something to think about and do here, instead of just making starting lineups and making pitching changes anytime you want. And Rogers 1 for 3. He singled back his last time up and came around to score in the 6th. And that's going to be a base on balls. And the Yankees will take it. Let's try to get some more insurance runs here. And Elston Howard, who hit that 3-run homer to give the Yankees at the time a 5-3 lead. Here's the pitch to Howard. And that's going to be against the righty now. That'll be a 24 and a 9. And that's going to be a pop-up down the short. And Tejada calls for it out in shallow left field. Makes the catch for out number 1. Yeah, the DH is a devil. I hear you, bud. Me and Ken Castro would agree with you. But believe it or not, I'm going to probably do the 2023 season, and I'm going to play with the DH. I'm going to play with the ghost runner. I'm going to play with the damn 3-batter rule. I'm going to jump off the cliff and do it. Fonzo's up now. He's 0 for 2. He's been hit by a pitch, flown out, and struck out. Roger down at first, 1 out now. And he gets a hold of this one. And the Fonz trying to add to the lead. And that's going to be a single in the right field. And with 1 out, let's see here. With 1 out, does Roger try to get down the 3rd? Canseco's got a damn good arm out there. He's going to stay put at second, Roger is. So 1st and 2nd now. Oh, and Clint Boyer's up. Can Boyer get a hit? He is 0 for 2 today, 0 for 14. Like I say, him and Greg Nettles, the 2 third basemen. Greg Nettles is 0 for 17. Clint's now 0 for 14. So they are a combined 0 for 31. Can Boyer deliver here, folks? And he finally does. Clint Boyer squares this one up. And that ball is rocketed out to left field. That'll score Roger. And let's see if Soriano is going to try to score with 1 out here. Hit out the left field. That'll be a 35. Ricky does not have that great of an arm. Soriano's got great speed. And the pitcher's due up next, a 24. They're going to send him. See if Boyer can get a 2 RBI double here. That'll be a 46 or lower. And he's in there. A 2 RBI double by Clint Boyer. And he's got a big sigh of relief to finally get off the snide. And that makes it a 9-3 ball game. And that'll be it for the Goose. And Soriano is supposed to score. back here and get Soriano to score. Sorry about that. You do with the 2024? Yeah. Like I say, I think it'll be fun to do something different. But that's going to be a ways off. I want to try to get some of these projects done. And a runner from first is going to score, and the Goose is out of the game. He did his job. And see who's going to come off the bench here against Fingers. And DD going to come off the bench and get some time here. See if he can come through against Fingers. Runner on second and only one out, and a 9-3 ball game. And this is his first plate appearance of the year. And in 2018, he batted .268, 27 homers, and 86 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first, a 33 and a 3. What's that going to be? That's going to be fielding column 2. That's a line drive right at Jason. And Boyer gets back the second. So that's 2 outs now. Runner still down there at second. And Derek Jeter comes to the plate. Jeter batting 2 for 4 today with a double and came around the score. Having a fine game. And that's a swing and a miss. But the Yankees scored 2 more on the Boyer double and take a 9-3 lead into the 9th. Luis O'Riero is going to come in. If you watch my 1961 replay, you know this could get very interesting. Luis can make a game very exciting. He can walk a lot of batters and then strike out the side. So Luis is going to come in the game. And try to get through this 9th inning with a 9-3 lead. And this is his first appearance of the year. How about that? And in 1961, he was 15-5 with 29 saves and a 2.19 ERA. He'll be facing Steinbeck. Ellis came in on the double switch and Hendershot. Here's the pitch to Terry. And Terry gets a hold of this one, folks. See where this lands at. And that's going to be a double in the right field. And just like that, these A's ain't giving up. They're down by 6. Got a lot of work to do, but they got the leadoff runner aboard. And now you got a runner down at second and nobody out. Mark Ellis came in on the double switch, batting a .143 with a homer and 4 RBIs. And that's going to be a ground ball down the short, a 51 and a 9. And that's still fielding column 1. And he's going to look the runner back to second, fire over to first. And now there's 1 down. I'm back to the top of the order and Ricky Henderson. And Ricky is 0 for 1, but he has walked twice. He has been caught stealing once. And that's going to be a pop-up, I believe, down the third. Yep, that's a pop-up down the third. Boyer calls for it. Makes the catch in the dirt for out number 2. And it's up to Tejada to keep this game alive. He's 0 for 4. He has flown out, struck out, grounded out twice. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Mick. He waits for it. Camps under it, makes the catch. And that's your ball game, folks. The Yankees win 9-3. Check out the box score here, as the Yankees have now won 9 in a row. Haven't lost a game yet this season. And again, the Yankees 9 runs on 9 hits and no errors. The A's 3 runs, 8 hits and 1 error. And you had Canseco, Bando, and Lumpy, all 3 of them 2 for 4. The A's were 3 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Something you're not going to see happen in this game. Ricky Henderson getting caught stealing. Elston Howard threw him out. The A's left 8 men on base. Look at that top of the order. Jeter and Mattingly, 2 for 5, 2 for 4. Yankees were 3 for 9 with runners in scoring position. Mattingly with the homer, Judge with the homer, and Howard with his first homer, a 3-run shot to give the Yankees the lead. And they held on. The Yankees only left 4 men on base. ZITO drops to 0-2, 7 innings, 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 of them earned. Walked 1, struck out 8, and gave up 3 homers. Fingers 1 inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. Ralph Terry goes to 2-0, 7 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs, walked 5, struck out 4. And the Goose comes in, gets 1 strikeout in 1 inning. And Arroyo comes in, gives up 1 hit. And that was your ball game, folks. Check out the standings now. Yeah, it is, ain't it? And they haven't been blowing people out. It's mainly pitching. We'll take a look at their schedule here in a second, Ken. Their pitching's been outstanding. The Yankees are now 4.5 games up on Toronto. The Orioles and Red Sox are 5.5 games back, and the Devil Rays 6. And in the Central, you got the Tigers a half a game up on KC. Cleveland's a game back. Minnesota a game and a half, and the White Sox 3 games back. And out west, the Rangers lead LA and Seattle by 2.5 games, and the A's have now dropped to 3.5 games back. Alomar is leading the American League with a 364 average. You got Abreu, Maris, and Ramirez with 5 homers, and Roger with 13 RBIs. The ERA leader still at 0. And now you got 1, 2, as Terry joins the crew, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pitchers with 2 wins. JJ, BJ, and Wetland both have 3 saves in the American League. Oh, you're welcome, Paul, buddy. And Aaron Judge is leading in MVP voting now over his teammates Jeter and Maris. And Kevin Appier is leading in the Cy Young. Like I say, let's look at the schedule here and look at the Yankees scores here. Like I say, most of it's pitching. 5-1, 5-4, 5-2, 5-2, 6-1, 12-4, 6-0. And that last game, the pitching didn't hold up. Well, the first game of the series, 7-6, and then 9-3. So let's look at their ERA too. We can look at that. So get rid of this, go to pitching, and league pitching. That should be the team. And the Yankees with a 2.52 ERA, Ken. That's what's getting the job done. The next best team's Kansas City in the American League with a 2.63. The Dodgers in the National League has the best ERA at a 2.44. But the Yankees, like I say, are getting it done with pitching. We can take a look here at the batting too. League batting, see where the Yankees. What's that with? What are they leading with? Are they leading with runs? Is that what it is? Yeah, they are leading with runs. That's That's why they got them at the top. But batting average, they're not. That's for sure. Batting average, they're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 in the league with a 229 batting average. What's their on base percentage, Joe? They're second on base. They're getting some walks. Yeah, that's a hell of an ERA. Like I say, their pitchers, besides for Guidry, starting pitchers are good, damn good, but they're they're all A's. Guidry's the only AC. You got Ford as a 15, Stoudemire's a 15, Andy Pettit's a 16, and Terry's a 15. So 3 15s and a 16. Then you got the Gator with a 23. So they're damn good, but then the bullpen, which the bullpen's been lit up. The bullpen's great. When you got Lyle, Benitez, you got a 21, a 24. Your Rivera's just a 20. It's hard to believe. Then you got Goose, an 18, and Arroyo, I think he's a 19. Yep. So the bullpen's damn good. But the starting pitching's getting it done. I don't know if you can tell what the starting pitching is or not, if it lets you do something like that or not with pitching. Let's see here. We can look at team pitching. Houston, Oakland, Toronto, Braves, Milwaukee. They're not in any particular order. That sucks. Where's the Yankees at? Mets, Nationals, Orioles, Padres, Phillies, Rangers, Red Sox, Reds, Colorado. I guess the Yankees are going to be last here, huh? There's the Yankees. They are the last team. So we can go with starting pitching. Just go like this. So you got Ralph Terry with the worst ERA out of the starters with a 3. You got Andy Pettit with a 1.93. Stoudemire with the best of 1.18, 1.13. Guidry with a 2.81, and then Whitey with a 1.8. So that starting pitching is doing the job. Doing the job, that's for sure. Look at the whips. A 1.6 by Whitey's the worst. You got a 0.75 by Guidry. 0.81 by Mel. And a 0.93 by Pettit. So they're just the one thing. Look at the Ralph with 9 walks. Guidry hasn't walked a batter yet. Guidry with no walks. I just jinxed him. His next game he'll walk the goddamn team and lose. Shouldn't have said nothing. Whitey with only 2 walks, and that's damn impressive for Whitey, because Whitey doesn't have a Z on his card. He's just an X. And Whitey with only 2 walks. So they're getting the job done. I don't know how long that'll last. Yeah, don't know how long that'll last, but that's the key. You got what? Whitey with only giving up 6 hits and how many innings? 6 hits and where's the innings pitched? 6 hits and he's only pitched 5 innings. He's only pitched in 1 game. What's up with that? Oh, he's pitching the next game. Be his second start of the year. Yeah. Yep. Anything else you want to look at, Ken, buddy? We can look at stolen base and leaders. I hate how long it takes to get back up to the top of this. Go to batting, go to league, and see the team stolen bases. Got Kansas City with 11. I'm sure most of them is going to be Willie Wilson with 11. And then see in the National League here. Probably The Astros with 9. The Reds with 8. So let's see here. We'll go back to team here and see who the individual leaders are in stolen bases. See if that, nope, we got to do each team. Strata with 2. See what Houston here, like I say. You got CC with 6. He's been caught twice. So there's, so right now 6 has got the lead. Henderson with 4, been caught once. Yeah, I'm not very aggressive. I'm trying to be, Ken. Trying to be a little more aggressive. The Blue Jays don't have a single stolen base. The Braves only 1. The Brew Crew, I doubt they got any. Most of them are Harvey wall bangers. Nope, no stolen bases there. The Cardinals, I'm surprised they're not up there higher. McGee and Renteria with 2 apiece. Surprised they don't have some more. Yeah, I do too. I'll be glad when I get into like May and stuff. This is only 10 games, most of them. Ernie Banks with 1 for the Cubbies. Tampa Bay with 9. The Diamondbacks with 9. The Dodgers, they should have a few with Lopes and all. And Morey with 2 and Davey with 1. The Giants, Willie Mays with 2. Bobby Bonds with 1. And Kenny Lofton with 4 stolen bases. And Junior with 1. And Edgar Martinez with 1. How about that? Edgar Martinez, the Marlins. He should have a few. Oh, just 1. I thought they'd have more than that. The Mets. How about that? Mazzelli and Reyes, both with 3. And that's, do they have any? Yeah, old Tim Raines with 3. So far, CC's got 6, is leading both leagues. Padres, Templeton and Bipp with 2. The Phillies, let's see what the Phillies have done. Dykstra, Rollins, and Utley each with 1. The Pirates, they each have 1. That's Clemente and Van Slyke. See if Mickey Rivers is, yep, Mickey Rivers has gotten 2 with the Rangers, and old Elvis and Rusty with 1 apiece. Boston probably doesn't have any. Yeah, they do. Old Dustin and Mookie, 1 apiece. The Big Red Machine. And you got Joe Morgan with 5. Joe's right up there. He's second. The Rockies, they don't have any. And here comes KC. And so 6 is leading both leagues. Wilson with 6 in the American League and CC with 6. Yep. And then you got Johnny Damon with 3 and Washington with 2. And I am very aggressive with KC. They don't have much power. So if you don't go from first to third or second to home. They're not going to score much. You got to be aggressive with them. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Yeah, like I say, when I play Kansas City, I do try to be aggressive with them. I'd rather them get thrown out than sitting down there at a base waiting for the homer because their power's not that great. We can look at that in a second. How about, that's the wrong thing. Oh, Chuck Knobloch. The White Sox with one. Old Ray Dorham. The Yankees, Jeter and Judge. And that's it. We'll take a look here at Kansas City. I'll show you what I mean. We'll look at the real homer totals. If I can ever get back to the top of this. Should have a button that just sends you to the top. And we'll go to KC and the Sunshine Band. And look at homers here. So you got old Perez and Jorge, both with 48. Mike and John with 30. Oh, and Tartable. Then it drops to 29, 27, 24, 24, 23, 20. I mean, compare that to, well, we'll just look at the Yankees. Compare that to the Yankees. $60, $60, $50, $40, $30, $30, $30, $30, $30. I mean, you're down here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with 30 or more. Let's go to a team like Baltimore. Compare them to Kansas City. How many 30 home run hitters they got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. That's what I'm saying. KC had how many? It wasn't many. It was like 4. Actually, it had more than I thought. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So big difference when you're adding that up. But look at the stolen bases they got. Let's see here. Look at that in the 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 guys in the 20s. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys in the 30s. So yeah. Yeah, like I say, I try to run with them. I mean, I try running with them. Let's look at the Cardinals. How many stolen bases did they have? I don't have Vince Coleman on the starting lineup. He's not even active right now. As you can see, Coleman, that's what that gray means. He's not in the active roster. Yeah, so he's not active. But look at that, 56, 52. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it really drops off. After Tommy Herg with 31, it drops. So I guess it's not too surprising then. McGee, if I remember right, isn't hitting worth a shit. Yeah. 061, so it's hard to steal first. Very hard to steal first. He needs to start getting on base so he can steal. That's what's holding him up. A 353 average, and he's only hitting a 091. He's got 2 hits, and he's only walked once, been on base 3 times. Been on base 3 times and stolen 2 bases. Not too bad. course, he might have been on base a few times, grounding into fourth place. Yeah, but when you've been on base by yourself 3 times and you've stolen 2 bases, that's not too bad. So I'm not doing too bad with him. But yeah, he's batting terrible. And I don't think Lou's batting much better. 231. He's been on base three times. Hasn't stolen a base yet. Let's look at Willie. Willie's been taking off left and right for the Kansas City. Let's see here. How many times he's been on base and how many times he's stolen. Oh, Willie Wilson. Willie. Should just make it just active. Get Willie up here. Willie's been on 11 times and stole 6 bases. Not bad. 2 of them times have been triples. Yeah, not bad. Old Willie, he's making hay when he's on there. Look at the real stats here. Johnny Damon. He's been on 6 times, stole 3. So I'm not doing too bad, Ken. I'm no Whitey Herzog, but I'm trying not to be so much of an Earl Weaver. I am trying not to be so much of an Earl Weaver waiting on the 3-run homer. I am a little more aggressive on the bases, going from first to third or first to home type. Thank you, bud. Like I say, I'm trying to be more aggressive. It's like I say, I'm definitely more of an Earl Weaver than I am a Whitey Herzog. And I'm definitely not, I love Billy Martin, but I don't play Billy ball. Yeah, I'm not near as aggressive as Billy Martin. And like I say, Billy's probably my favorite manager. Should be a Hall of Famer, but we won't talk about that because I'll just get wound up. Say, I don't know if there's any other reports you want to look at, Ken. Oh, me and you both. That's why I say I don't know if there's anything you want to look at. You can look at the standings here. Look at the win-loss here. Let's see here with your Phillies in the National League. They're 1-2 against the Braves, 1-1 against the Marlins, and the Metsies beat them both times. 0-2 against the Mets. See who they. That's part of the reason why the Yankees are undefeated. They played the Angels twice, Seattle 3 times, and Oakland. So they're playing the teams out west. So kind of why they're undefeated. When they start playing these Boston, Baltimore, Detroit, Chicago, teams like that, Toronto, they're off to a damn good start. Texas, they're hitting the ball. Twins did a number on them, but they are hitting the ball. I hate the Mets too, you know that. Yeah, bunch of damn ball babies is what I always thought. They cry about everything. Cubbies are 1-1 against the Cubbies, and them damn, like say the Phillies are 2-0, and they're 1-3 against the Pirates. Oh, the next series I'll be doing after this one, Ken, you'll have to watch, is going to be the Phillies against the Braves, and it's a 4-game series. I don't know the exact pitching matchup, but the first game's going to be Glavine against Short. So that should be a hell of a game. Then I don't know. Here we can look it up. Who's after Short? I don't want that. Yeah, I want that. That's what I want. Just go down here to Phillies. Look who comes after Short in the rotation. So it's going to be Short, Nola, Bunning, and Carlton. The only pitcher that won't pitch against them is Denny. So it'll be Short, Nolan, Bunning, and Carlton going up against, let's see who the Braves will have. Yeah, it is a nice opener, ain't it? Let's see here. So Short goes up against Glavine. Then it'll be Smokes, Maddox, and Spahn. So 2 lefties. So it's going to be, what was it? It'll be Spahn going up against lefty, won't it? That'll be a hell of a matchup. 2 of the best left-handers in baseball. I think that's how it went. I think lefty was the last pitcher, wasn't he? We'll have to go back here and look. Spahn against lefty. I like me some Carlton. I think Carlton might be the best left-hander in baseball. I don't go by that arm of God. Yeah, it's going to be Spahn against Carlton. That should be a hell of a game. Yep. Nolan against Smoltz. Bunning against the Maddox. And like I say, Carlton against Spahn. Yeah, like I say, might be 2 of the best lefties in baseball history. Like I say, I kind of give it to Carlton. Carlton had a hell of a career. Let's look here. Bring it up using this. Old lefty. Let's see here. In his career. Totals. Look at that. 329. Had a 574 winning percentage. ERA was 322. 4,136 strikeouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times he led the National League in strikeouts. And 1, 2, 3, 4 times he led in most wins. And the one was when he was 37 years old. I can say. No, I can say. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, exactly. What a career. What a career is right. Yep. Not bad at all. I'll take him. Yeah, I'd take him for a lefty. That's for sure. They said pick a lefty. He'd probably be the top one I'd pick. And like I say, what did I say? 24 years? Is that what I said? A 24-year career. Let's look here. Yeah, 24 years. I get to pick him and I get him for 24 years. I'd definitely take him. Like I say, I got nothing against Koufax, but he gets the benefit of being hurt. And I don't understand why they do that. Again, I'm not knocking him, but they always say, oh, look at his stats. Just imagine if he wouldn't have got hurt. Well, who knows? Later on in his career, he might not have been all that. I'm not saying he wouldn't have, but he gets the benefit of a short career. And most players get penalized for that when they have an injury and don't play. People cut up on them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I know. Again, not knocking the man. Man was a damn great pitcher for a 5 or 6 year period, but for some reason he gets the benefit of the doubt. Let's look it up here um, with the Dodgers. Let's look this up here. A 12-year career, half of that is win percentage. Look here. Was a 655 win percentage. What was his ERA? 2.76. Again, he was 30 years old when he stopped pitching. Yeah, that's exactly my point. I agree. Like I say, no doubt about it. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4 awesome years there. 4 awesome years. No doubt about it. But again, yeah, exactly. Half of Lefty's career. And Lefty was, like I say, winning 20 some games at the age of 37. Would Sandy have done it? Maybe, but it's a maybe. It ain't a definite. He used to say in 67, 68, he didn't fall back. Start. There's a lot of guys that's had 5 or 6 great years. I mean, my favorite pitcher, well, look him up. I'm not saying he's the best lefty in baseball. I just said that, but everybody knows I love the Gator. But just look at the Gator. He had 4 or 5 great years. Like I say, no doubt about it. Gator was probably, well, he ain't probably, he was my favorite pitcher as a kid. Loved the Gator, and I still love him today. I love listening to him talk. I love that Cajun accent. 14 years, just like Sandy, about the same. Look at that. From 77, he had 1, 2, 3. 80 wasn't that great. 81, he had another great year. So 4 out of 5 years, and then that 85 season. So again, who's to say that wouldn't have happened to Sandy? And like I say, I love the Gator. But for 3 or 4 years, he was awesome. And then he got in his 30s, and like I say, he just tailed off in his 30s. Most of them do. Look at that in 30. At the age of 37, he only pitched in 5 games. Oh, started 10 games. I mean, that's what's impressive about Lefty. His workout regimen, it was amazing. Was amazing. Like I say, Gator would be on my team, but like I say, if I got to pick somebody, it's going to be, it'll be Lefty. Just look at that. Yeah, like I say, Gator and Sandy, pretty similar as far as 3 or 4 years dominating like that. And like I say, Gator gets in his 30s and damn good. Damn good. I mean, I'm not knocking him. Like I say, he's my favorite pitcher. I mean, in 85, what he did in 85 with the 22 wins. How many strikeouts did he have that year? 143. Yeah. And that team wasn't that great. I mean, they wasn't bad, but they wasn't that great. What was the record that year? 97 and 64. Yep. That was old Yogi getting fired that year, and they brought Billy in again. Billy, definitely a Hall of Famer. Yeah, exactly. The Phillies. That's another good point. Yeah, the Phillies sucked, and look how many games he won on that team. Yep, very, very well put. Yeah, 72. Yep, look at that. 27 wins, 10 losses, a 1.97 ERA, 41 starts, completed 30 of them. He says, I don't need no stinking bullpen. 30 complete games, folks. 11 games he didn't complete. Now, how many of them? Let's see here. Go to the Phillies in 72. Well, no, go back. I forgot. Do it this way. Go back and look at his log that year. Pitching log. Games and 72. So you had 30 complete games. Seventh inning. We'll count how many times he didn't get to the seventh. 1, 2, 3. There he pitched 11 innings. 4 games he didn't pitch to the seventh. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 games he didn't get to the seventh inning. How many games didn't he get? 5, 6, 7. 7 out of the 11 he didn't get to the 8th inning, but only 4 he didn't get to the 7th. Crazy that year. 30 complete games. Darn it. Yeah, that's nuts. Look at that. The age of 37, 19 complete games. Oh, yeah. I would say it was Ken. 72. But like I say, when he was 37 years old, 37 years old, he finished 19. Yeah. 346 innings pitched. Never see that again. Never see that again. Yeah. Yep, exactly. The Cardinals gave him up. It is crazy, ain't it? What did they get for him? Let's look at the transactions here. Ricky Wise. Pretty good trade, huh? It's 2 years with the Cardinals. Pretty good trade. Yeah, 2 years. Yep, crazy. Too bad Mr. Beatles ain't here. We could argue. That's one thing me and Beatles, we argue about the center fielder, but we don't argue about Koufax. Yeah, that is crazy, ain't it? Yeah. Lefty at 37 was still leading the league in wins and shit. Crazy, ain't it? That is nuts. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Yeah. Look at his batting. Let's see what he batted. Because he had a little bit of pop. Had a little bit of pop. How many homers did he have? He had 13 home runs in 22 years. Not bad. Not bad. He had a couple years with 2. About at what, 197 and 72. So not bad at the plate either. Not bad at the plate. He was a 200 hitter. 200 hitter. Not bad. Yeah, like I say, batted 200 over his career. 13 homers, 6 triples, 49 doubles, walked 41 times. And not a bad hitting pitcher either. He always took good swings. That's for damn sure. Postseason, he went to the postseason 8 years. 4 and 6. Alrighty. I guess I'll get off here. What time is it? Oh, it's 12:30. I didn't know it was that late. Problem is I ain't that damn tired. Yeah, I'm not that tired. I'll definitely be on here tomorrow and we'll finish out this series. Then we'll move to the Braves and Phillies, Ken. So it'll be recapping this. It'll be Mr. Norris, I believe, going up against Whitey Ford. Let's see here. Yep, it'll be Mike Norris going up against the chairman of the board. See if the Yankees can go 10-0 with the chairman of the board on the mound, going up against Norris. Oh, you're welcome, buddy. Thank you for stopping by. I want to thank Ken Castro and Paul for stopping by. Check out Paul's channel, folks. He says he's 3 weeks away from having Apba master game. So, oh, more than happy to help him out. Exactly, Ken. Yeah. Anytime he needs help, hell, I'll even get on here on YouTube with him if he wants on his channel and help him out. That ain't a problem. Not a problem at all. He's a hell of a good guy. More than happy to help him. Alrighty, folks. I'm going to sign off here. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for reminders. Like I say, the next game we'll have will be the final game of this series. Mike Norris against Whitey Ford. Until then, you all have a great day and take care.